And welcome to Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to in this week's show. The Georgia Southern Eagles, been a tough season for the football team, gone through a lot, including a coaching change. This past Saturday, they had a packed stadium at Paulson Stadium and were able to put up quite a battle, at least for the first half. They were actually leading the number 14 ranked Cougars 17-14 in the first half. Unfortunately, BYU able to storm back, outscore the Eagles 23-0 the rest of the way, and they win this one by a final score of 34-17, dropping the Eagles to 3-8 on the season. This week, Georgia Southern wraps up the season on the road at Boone, North Carolina for a 2:30 start against their rivals from up in the mountains, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. We'll hear from interim head coach Kevin Whitley and a few of the players, talk a little bit about the upcoming game and how the season's gone. As for our area high school football teams, the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets and the Bulloch Academy Gators both bowed out of the state playoffs in, unfortunately, lopsided scores. Southeast Bulloch hanging around for a while against number 3 ranked Cedar Grove before they finally ended up losing in that one by a score of 48-10. As for the Bulloch Academy Gators, they were outmanned again against John Millage. They've already played them once this year. This time a little more lopsided score as they lost by a final of 42-6 to end their season. High school basketball season's getting underway soon. For home games, they've already played a few games on the road. Statesboro Blue Devils are 4-0 on the girls' side of things and 1-0 on the boys' side. They will both be in action coming up December 4th as they'll be hosting Swainsboro to get the season underway. The Bulloch Academy Gator girls have played a couple of games. The Portal boys have played a couple of games, and the Southeast Bulloch boys and girls have both been in action already this year, but the home schedules will all get underway coming up over the next couple of weeks. We'll have highlights of those games for you coming up in our next few weeks. Being Thanksgiving, not a lot going on this week, but we'll hear from Bulloch Academy head coach Steve Pennington on how he feels like the season went and what they can expect in the future. We'll also get out for some Georgia Southern previews. All that and more coming up on Upon Further Review. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888. or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
You choose the combination, and they'll cook in their 500-degree brick oven in just a few minutes. Your own delicious pizza experience using only the freshest ingredients on hand-tossed dough and individually sized just for you. And that Eagle Nation is why they're called Your Pie, because it's all about you. The Your Pie in Statesboro and downtown Savannah is owned and operated by Joe Hunt, a Georgia Southern grad. So when you order your next pizza, be true blue and make it all about you. Go see Joe at Your Pie, and I guarantee it, you'll be glad you did.
McCook's Pharmacy, located on Highway 80 East, is family owned and operated by Lynn and Janie McCook, as well as their son, Josh McCook. Serving the Bulloch County area since 2005, McCook's Pharmacy offers fast and friendly service where the customers come first. Vaccinations are available, including shingles, flu, pneumonia, and Tdap. Drive-through service is available with 2 drive-through windows for your convenience. McCook's Pharmacy offers free local deliveries, and new customers are always welcome. Continuing the tradition of our family caring for your family, McCook's Pharmacy, Highway 80 East. The Georgia Southern Eagles putting up quite a battle this past Saturday against BYU before a sold-out packed house at Paulson Stadium. The Eagles were able to hang in there for a while, actually led 17-14, but then BYU put it into overdrive, shut the Eagles out in the second half, and win the game by a final of 34-17. This week, the Eagles back in action. If they needed any motivation, they're playing Appalachian State to end the season, the last game for the Georgia Southern seniors. We had a chance to talk with interim head coach Kevin Whitley and a few of the players about traveling up to Boone.
We're feeling pretty good going into this game. We know they're a pretty good team. They're consistent. They have some talented players. But as always, at the end of the day, the focus is always on us, so we still have to come out here every day at practice and do what we have to do and work on us in order to make sure we win this game this week. I want to finish off strong, and it would be a good win to, go out there and beat them guys. Like I said, they're a good team, and although this is a rivalry game, we may not be making a bowl game or whatever, but we're still going to play like it's the last game of our lives, so we're going to come out there, have fun with great energy, fly around, and give it our best shot. It's most definitely going to be a chippy game, but the biggest thing is you have to come out there, keep your head, and have fun. Like, don't let your emotions get the best of you, because they're going to be doing so much talking. I'm pretty sure we will too. But at the end of the day, it's about winning, and you have to do what you got to do to win. I feel like that's keeping your head on straight the whole time. Everything just flew by so fast, and although I don't want it to end, it does have to come to an end at some point. But I'm glad I did it here, and I'm glad I'm doing it with this group of guys.
The feelings around the locker room is that we love football, and the mission is to go 1-0 every week. So that's what we plan on doing every time we step on the field, practice, and we always had that great feeling going out and practicing. The whole team, coaches talked to me about it. It's like hate week. Everybody goes up a notch. The intensity goes up a notch, and I just love playing the games like that.
We all love the game. But, even bigger than that, we all really love each other. And so, when you really a family, you just keep on going for each other. And that's what makes us just play every day. So I want to just say, shout out to Connor, because he stepped up big time. He making plays all over the board, knowing what to do, making the right reads. He played ball at the end of the day. And, all I can do is salute him for that. Really, if you want to be honest with you, they talk to me about it a lot, but at the end of the day, I just take it as another football game, because that's just what it is. I feel like every game is a rivalry, because every day we got to win a game. That's just how I take it.
Shouldn't be hard. Since I've been here as a coach, this week of practice has been like no other. So I would anticipate the guys to come out and play hard, a lot of excitement, and be excited about the opportunity. And I can't think of a better way to cap off a difficult season than to get a win and boom. I think it's definitely intensified. I will say, like you said, I never played against App State during my time here. But the first year out here as a coach, and it was App State week, seemed like everything just went to another level. I was like, why do we don't practice like this all the time? You know what I mean? So it will definitely be something to behold in terms of us going up there. It's intense. The guys, it means something to them. It means something to them. And so I'm excited to see how we play. Hopefully we can finish this thing on a good note. But it's definitely intensifies. App State, one thing they've had during my time here, they had a couple different coaches. And the one thing is true, they're tough and hard-nosed, particularly at home. They run the ball extremely well. They got an experienced senior quarterback there this year that transferred in. Defense, they're real sound, play tough, physical against the run, don't give up deep balls on defense. And so, almost like BYU, in a lot of ways. But very sound, very physical. And like I said, I'm excited to see how guys play against them.
That game getting underway at 2:30 on the road in Boone, North Carolina. Stay with us. More to come on Upon Further Review.
Ready for fall? Us too at RJ Poe. Get ready to cheer on your favorite team in a new performance polo from Peter Millar, Southern Tide and AFCO. Ladies, we have the best brands and trending fashions. Complete your look with one of our best-selling shoe brands, Soft, On Cloud, and Free People. Shop these brands and so much more at one of our 3 locations, RJ Pope Buckhead, Downtown, and Vidalia.
Well, the Bulloch Academy Gators, an up-and-down season. They had to deal with a lot of injuries and illnesses throughout the year that kept them from being a complete team. Put it together in the state playoffs in the first round as they were able to pull off their first road state playoff win for the Gators since 2008. Beat Bethlehem Christian. Unfortunately, the season comes to a close at number 1 JMA. We had a chance to talk with Steve Pennington as he reflects back on the season.
2021 was a very challenging year, but at the same time, it had its, even in the ups and downs we had, it really had its blessings and rewards as well. A lot of life lessons that these young men can take from the game of football and from the experiences we went through. Adversity is something that's going to impact us in all our lives. And, with the injuries, with some illnesses throughout the year, and some games in which we felt that we had a good chance to winning, didn't go our way. So there were a lot of things there that confronted us, that circumstances we didn't desire, but yet we had to deal with. We won 4 ball games we probably should have won, and all the other games that we did lose were ones that teams, all in all, probably were a little bit better than we were. But at the same time, some of those we were impacted by some injuries and setbacks at those times. So I think that when we look back over the course of the season, all in all, we had players who responded. We had players who had to fill in, who had never been in varsity games before. We've had players who responded by moving positions and being very selfless in that regard. We had those who stepped up to help out any way possible. We had some who played injured. So there are a lot of positives that comes out of the adverse conditions we made. That didn't result in more victories, but it does as far as teaching us life lessons that will help them be successful down the road. So those are things that are very productive and positive coming out of the season. And to say, at the beginning of the year that we would play 12 ball games, I think, knowing that we could do that, considering even this year that we had, was quite an accomplishment. And I'll go back to the Bethlehem game. That was a high point of the year. To finish with at least a playoff victory, it will bode well for us as we move forward, especially with our younger players, to get to experience a playoff victory. And also play John Millage again, who, are probably vying for their 4th state championship in a row. But to see that atmosphere, to see the endurance it takes to play 12 ball games, because the idea is to play 14. And it has been a long season, and so proud of the way our guys have endured through some challenging times. And but all in all, 2021 has been a good year. It's been a great locker room. The fellowship has been good, and the support has been outstanding.
And stay with us. More to come upon further review. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy, in-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests, and ultrasounds, and in-house labs. Featuring nurse practitioner Melissa Beasley, Family Internal Medicine of Statesboro can accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, we know what it means to find the perfect fit. The feeling of surprise. That just right moment of delight. It's what we see every time a family finds their priced right style and snuggle perfect comfort. Because for us, home isn't simply where you live, it's how you live. Badcock Home Furniture and More. Just right.
This past week, Alana Barnard from the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jacket softball team finally made it official as she signed with Georgia Southern. We had a chance to talk with Alana about her decision. Wednesday afternoon at the Southeast Bulloch Media Center, a big crowd gathered to watch Southeast Bulloch softball standout Alana Barnard make it official and sign with Georgia Southern.
When the first coaching change happened, it wasn't as serious because I still had, 3 extra years, but this last one really worried me and my family because we had a home for 3+ years, and the thought of it being taken away was very stressful. But Coach Perkins came in and she loved me, I loved her, and she just made it clear that she wanted me for her program, and that was just really good reassurance. They were the first ones to give me any interest, and when I walked into that campus, it was actually my first time even on campus, and it was just beautiful, and the environment they gave off really sealed the deal, and I knew that I could be close to home, and with my little brother, I would just love to be a part of my family from a close by, and it was just a perfect opportunity. We've all talked a little bit. They want me to get stronger. They want me to keep on working with Megan. They just really want me to come in and be a huge help, and that's what I plan to do.
Georgia Southern opening up the GATA Turkey Throwdown Friday afternoon at Hannah Fieldhouse, hosting South Carolina State. This one all Eagles from the start. Janiah Love Hill starts the scoring inside. Next, it's Wayne County's Taryn Ward showing off the moves. She turns and fires. Ward then left alone where she buries the 15-footer. Next, it's Constance Thomas driving in and getting this one to fall. The Eagles up by 10. Ward staying hot. She'd have 11 first-half points to lead the way for Georgia Southern. The Bulldogs try and make a run as they'd hit a season-high 8 3-pointers, but the Eagles stay in control, 1 of 12 steals. This one ahead to Ward for 2 more. Then it's Ward showing her range as she knocks down the triple. The Eagles able to clean up the glass as well. Lydia Freeman coming through with the putback off the miss here. The Eagles with 52 rebounds in the game. Deja Holmes then in the corner connects on the 3. The Eagles up 16 at the half. Second half, Holmes to Maya Banks to a cutting Ward. The Bulldogs fight back. They cut the lead to 5, but the Eagles close on a 10-0 run. Eden Johnson, 8 points and 10 boards in the game. Ward then driving in for 2 more as she gets this one to fall to make it a 10-point game. Maya Burns buries the 3-pointer. And finally, it's Johnson driving and waiting for this one to drop as it just hangs on the rim for a minute as the Eagles cruise 72-57 the final. That'll wrap things up for now. We thank you for joining us. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we hope to see you next week.